Hello! Today we're gonna see a beautiful summer Lillie top with ties on the side and beautiful feminine look. So as you see, I have my pattern pieces already ready. If you would like to see this beautiful top as well, there is a link down in my description to my Etsy shop where you can download the sewing pattern. We're gonna start with the chest piece. So for sewing the chest piece, you need to put right sides of the fabric facing each other and get going. I'm gonna start sewing by this side. Then I'm gonna start from this point. I'm gonna rotate the pattern and sew down the other side. And you have to back stitch at the end of it as well, so it remains really in the place. This chest piece, actually, we have to flip it around, right? And the seam allowance, the excess seam allowance, we have to cut it off. So I'm gonna cut it off, not too close to, but sort of in a way that allows me to flip around my fabric, just like that. Now I'm gonna flip around the fabric using a pen and any kind of long tool you have. You can, I'm using some kind of metal and a pen to flip around the fabrics. You have to get at the very end of it. I'm gonna show you how it's done right here. Like this, like we put the pen at the very end of the fabric, and we push into the pen with that tool that I have. I'm gonna push the fabric. I'm gonna show you. Yeah, so I'm gonna push into the pen with a metal fabric and then flip around. So you have to remain the metal fabric and the pen like pushed into each other, and then just flip around the fabric using that. I lost the sewing tool that is used for flipping the fabrics, so if you have that, you can use that. I'm just showing you how you can do it without that tool. Like this. As you see, my metal tool is like halfway into the pen, not really halfway, but so it doesn't pop out and it remains in the place. And yeah, we have turned it over. Now I'm just gonna pull out the metal tool, and that's it for the chest. But you have to do this twice, like you need 2 chest pieces. So yeah, just do the same thing for the other one. After you completed 2 chest pieces, now we have to gather. What we're gonna do is that sew 2 seams, but you have to make sure that the stitch length is set to like 4 on your sewing machine, and sew 2 parallel seams. And then we're gonna pull ends of those 2 seams. You shouldn't backstitch on this, of course, because we have to pull those strings. So when we pull those strings, it just kind of scrunches the fabric, and now we have this beautiful look. Just do the same thing for the other. Here we have both of the chest pieces. Already put those chest pieces over each other with like 1.5 centimeters. So we have to keep that in mind. And how we're gonna sew this is that we're gonna put one chest piece over the other one, like that. Of course, now your stitch length should be back to the original one. It shouldn't be on 4 or 5 because it's like for gathering. So make sure if your fabric is being gathered weirdly, keep in mind that stitch length should be reduced. And we're gonna start sewing. As you see, I'm gonna sew it like this, and when I'm over the edge of one chest piece, I have to backstitch so it remains in the place securely. Yeah, and that's it for the chest pieces for now. Now we're gonna see front piece. What we want to do now is that before we insert and attach the chest piece to the front piece, we have to sew the sides of it. And later we have to insert the ties into it, as you remember. Well, actually we could have inserted ties into it already, but I'm doing this because this makes it easier to attach the chest piece to the body piece. So sewing the sides first before inserting the ties makes it easier. And back stitch as well. We had to sew this with the right sides of fabric facing each other. So if you have done everything the right way, the chest piece, as you see, I'm putting it inside between 2 layers of the front piece. It should fit perfectly, so we're gonna attach chest piece to the front piece now. So let's start over here. It's important to backstitch over here so it's securely attached. Make sure that it's perfectly aligned. You can use pins for this, so if you would like to use pins to keep it secured, you can do so. And when we go at the end, we have to backstitch as well, like that. I'm gonna cut close to the edge here because it's needed to flip around the fabric. We're gonna flip it around, and this is the look we have for the front. Now the chest piece is attached to the front piece, so now we have to make the ties ready. So we have to fold the tie and then fold it again twice more, so we have to have 4 layers of. Then we have to sew this small edge. I'm gonna cut the excessive fabric and then flip around the our tie like that. And we have to do this for every single tie. So after the ties are finished, now we have to add the ties to the pieces. For the back piece, we're just gonna sew the top part of the back piece and then open one layer so we can insert the ties in. The tie layout should look something like this. And then we're gonna close that and we have this look. Now we're gonna sew the side seams of the back piece on both sides, and we have to finish it by flipping around the fabric and just finishing the edge at the bottom. Now we have to sew the bottom part of the back piece, and as you see it's kind of bulky, so I'm gonna cut this excessive fabric off. Make it perfectly aligned and try to sew on the edge, close to the edge. Excessive strings that are poking out of the fabric can be cut off afterwards the product is finished to give it a cleaner look. So now we're gonna sew the ties inside the front piece. The difference here will be that the sides are already sewn. So this is a different approach. Actually, two of this approach, the one we used for the back piece and the one we are using right now, both of them are really good. It just depends like what we want to do with the fabric. So like this, you're gonna learn two of the techniques for the future. So in this case, we're going to use seam ripper or anything that you can cut the seam with and open the places to insert the tie from the between two layers. We're going to do it with the same layout that I showed you. Insert the ties into those places and make sure to double stitch where the ties are specifically. So now we're gonna finish the front piece by sewing the bottom side, and yeah, just make sure to align the fabrics and double stitch at the end. So now we have to add the dart to the chest piece so it feels more fitted. So we're gonna fold the top piece, and from behind we're gonna align well the fabrics, and we're gonna start sewing from it. We will backstitch over there and towards the end as well. And we have this beautiful dart sewed in. This is our finished product. It turned out really good. I hope you enjoyed the tutorial. If you want to see more tutorials, definitely subscribe to my channel. And thanks for watching.